G'day folks. Well, it's been nearly 2 years since my last video. August the 16th, 2023. I was going to tackle the ute. Well, a lot of stuff's gone on in my life since then. But the timing is perfect. I thought, if I don't do it now, I'll never do it. So I've started on it. And I'm going to start back up on the vids. And this is going to be very interesting, this little build. I'm really excited about it. It's we're going to call it the final resting place for all my bits out of the Monaro. So I ended up selling the Monaro about 8 or 9 months ago to a fella down Hobart. I was never going to use it again. That sort of era of my life was over with. I'd sort of had enough with racing and I just couldn't afford to keep doing it. Very expensive sport. It's okay if you're earning good money. You can keep it up, but I sort of got out of it. I just couldn't afford to do it anymore and sort of lost the passion a little bit with it. So, but not the passion as far as working on it, and that was probably, to be honest, I probably enjoyed it more working on it and developing the car more so than the racing. The racing was fun, don't get me wrong, but I really enjoyed just tinkering with it in the workshop or in the shed. For me, it was just, I loved it. I really loved it. So this is why I'm really excited about the ute, because most of it, 99% of it's all going to just fit into this. This is the same platform. It's just a ute. The chassis, there's a few little variants. I know the tail shaft's a little bit different in length, longer in the utes than the sedans. The cross member going to hold up the transmission's a little different. But everything else pretty much the same. It's all just bolt in and go. I put a couple of posts up on my channel. I don't know if you've seen it, but I've painted the engine bay out. I've been working on that for the last probably 3 weeks, on and off. Freshened it all up with some nice enamel gloss black paint. Had 3 coats. I filled up the holes on the guards, inner guards. I mean, it's not perfect. There's a few little blemishes here and there, but it's good enough for what I want, and it'll look really nice by the time it's all plumbed in, everything. So I've got the charge pipe coming up over there. You got the fuel system. I mean, it's going to hide a little bit of it, so it's going to look really nice, I think, with that engine sitting in there. I'm moving the battery. Battery just sort of sits there in that corner. I'm going to put that in the back of the tray, so that'll sort of keep it a bit cleaner. And I'm actually thinking not running a breather box there, so I'm just sort of, I might be able to come up with some other solution, because I just want to try and keep it a bit more simpler, a bit more cleaner look under the hood. So I'll have a think about that. But no, I'm really happy with it. This one's got the rack in it too, the Blacks rack. The Monaro had it. So awesome rack. I love it. I'm not going to run the Astra electric pump off this one. I'm just going to run it off the pulleys. Keep it simple. Works really well. Yeah. That's what makes them, these racks. With the old steering box in it, they're just not, I don't know, they tend to wander about a little bit, and these racks just keep it really straight line and very direct. I haven't done the ratio math on it, but I know it's a lot more direct than the steering box. You get a nice little feel with it too. It's just a good upgrade for them. Yeah, so looks nice. And I've been working on the engine, getting it ready to pop in. I've retorqued the heads. So I've done all that. which in actual fact I was really surprised after I did run it. You could have just not even bothered about it. So, but anyway, just a little turn just to nip them up. I put the Welsh plugs back in because when I was storing it, I thought I'd try and get all the water out of it. And so I've done both sides, popped them back in. I fixed the, well, you know, in the last bit, it's had the rear main seal done on it. I had it all apart and I fired it up in the Monaro. So, yeah, no leaks so far. Perfect. With the rear main. I've put in 2 inlets, feed lines, so oil return lines, because I was actually going to run it. Well, I've blocked these off now. These were the oil scavenge out of the back of the heads. Well, I don't think I need it on the street, so I've ended up putting a bung both sides of the rear of the heads. So now I'm only going to use one of these just for the oil return. So yeah, I'll just cap the other one off. I think that'll be a better setup, because originally I had, this is where the fuel pump was, the original fuel pump, so there was a sort of a rectangle hole in there, and I had a fitting in there, and I was running the oil back into the engine from the turbo. So I think just in under there will be a nicer job, less visual and just cleaner looking. So yeah, so I've done that. I just checked my top dead centre. I just wanted to verify it, make sure, you know, when I go to time it up properly, it's all top dead centre. And yeah, I've got a little piston stop there. It's just a bolt through a spark plug. Works well. And all I've done is you just rotate it around until it stops, and then you go back around until it stops, and then you mark it both times. So that's either side of the piston. And then you halve it up, and that gives you top dead centre. It's an easy little trick to do, and it was bang on too. Look at that. So really happy with that. So at least now I know that when I go to time it, it's, you know, it's going to be on the money. I'm not going to be out a few degrees. So yeah, it's going to look nice sitting in the ute. I love it. So this has got the good oil pump on it, the one that I race prepped. If you watch back on some of my older videos, I got into porting out these oil pumps. It's a standard volume, and oh my God, it makes a huge difference. Like I can get 40 pound just idling, no worries. And with a packer, a 100 thou packer, which is a dollar coin, Australian dollar coin, popped in there, it bumps it up to 70 odd pound. So I've got good oil pressure, good flow, got that nice big 10 litre sump. And that was brilliant when I was racing it. I had not one issue with it. It was awesome. So yeah, she's all ready to go, this thing. It's awesome. I love it. So I'll hopefully pop it in. It's Sunday night here, so hopefully, you know, during the week, later in the week, if I can get it sitting in there. And then I'll bolt the transmission up to it. I can't put the transmission on and fit it as one because that's sump. At the front here, it just won't allow me to do it because of the cross member. Yeah, it was something I didn't sort of allow when I built the thing, but that's okay. You can soon just pop this in and prop it up and then bolt the box to it. So yeah. And then my plan was, once that's all up, I'm going to make a cross member for the transmission. I'll make up my own, and then I'll fit up my exhaust system and plumb the turbo in. That's sort of the next goal. I'm going to pull that all apart and clean it all out. I'm going to clean up that the drain box, and I've got to do a little bit of porting. I actually want to increase the flow a little bit of this on the hot side. Just noticed it's quite a, through here is a big step. I wouldn't mind just sort of not knifing it down too much, but just sort of putting a bit of a burr on it, sort of take both edges off. And that's where the turbo bolts to. We've got the wastegate. It all bolts in. A whole lot will literally just, mount in. I've got another flange which I'm actually going to mount to the chassis of the car, and then the turbo will bolt to that. So, and the exhaust system will bolt to either side of it. So you'll have the turbo sitting on top, and then the exhaust system, or this part here will bolt to it. So it'll be a very solid setup. Yeah. So that's the plan, but I'll show you that as I move along with it all. Yeah, so this is just a little quick one. I'm not going to get too sort of involved in it. I feel a bit rusty with it all at the moment. With my vids, I just feel a little, it doesn't feel sort of natural at the minute, but as time goes on, I'll get my confidence back and move forward with it. And I've got a lot to say. I've got so much to talk about. A bit in my personal life and obviously with what's happening in the world. I don't know if you guys are aware, but there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of stuff that a lot of people aren't aware of. I'd like to sort of touch on that as we move forward. I'm going through a massive spiritual awakening, and I've got a lot of knowledge I've sort of acquired over the last 6 or 7 years, especially since COVID sort of came about. And I'd like to sort of touch on that a little bit too, because I'm very passionate about it all, and that's sort of the direction I'm heading with it all, is that sort of side of it. We know we can't, I don't know you guys, but I can't trust the government anymore with what's going on. They're all lost the plot, in my opinion. Things have just got so expensive, and it's just getting out of control. So, but there's a lot of truth to it all. And I'd like to touch on that and just sort of slowly work my way through it without putting you guys off. Yeah, so this will be a great little sort of project for the next 6 months. That's what I'm sort of thinking, because I want to rewire it all. I want to put my own gauges in the original sort of fascia area. I want to put my shifter in it. I want to sound deaden inside the car, make it nice and quiet. I'm actually putting my old original muffler back on it. That'll really quieten it down. So it's in between the turbo and the engine, so it'll be under pressure, and I ran it for years like that, and it was just awesome. Really takes the noise out of it. I probably won't go a 4-inch from the turbo out. I'll probably go back to about a 3.5-inch. I think 4 is a bit of an overkill, especially with the boost I run. I'm not chasing crazy power. I mean, the thing, it's just going to fry these little tyres like nothing else. It's just going to cook them. So, yeah, and I'm going to put the fuel tank in the back. I'm going to run like I said, the battery in the back. That's where I'm going to move the battery into the back of it. I'll run the air cleaner in the back, so the fuel system all there, and we'll work our way through it all. It's going to be very interesting, cool little build. A nice little ute with a bit of boost, and quiet, and it'll be almost a bit of a sleeper, really. It's not going to be obvious that you're going to have a bit of boost in it. I suppose you'll probably hear it, but yeah, just putting around, no one will know anything about it. It'll be great. All right, guys. Well, I'll wrap it up now. I'm just sort of getting started back on the vids, and we'll just slowly work our way through it. And I want to talk about a lot of little things I've done to the engine as we move forward with it too. So I haven't forgotten nothing. That's the amazing thing, all that stuff I learned over the years. It's still so fresh in my mind. and it's just awesome. It really is. All right, guys. Well, I'll put one up when I get that engine in. I don't know. I think it'll be just like I'll just do random vids. It might be at least once a week, minimum. But as soon as I get a bit of an update, I'll pop a vid on, and I'll go from there. And if I get inspired to do another little video separate from from what I'm doing, maybe something to do with the car, or talk about something else, yeah, I'll share that as we go. So stay tuned. Once I get warmed up and do a few vids, I'll get into the groove, and I'll really open up, and yeah, I've got a lot to say. I have got a lot to say. All right, guys. Well, take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.